Dear students, we have completed our first topic, that is different type of mixtures like heterogeneous, homogeneous, solution, suspension and colloid, etc. And today we are going to discuss different separation techniques. Suppose I have a mixture of salt and water, and we can separate this mixture to its components, that is to salt and water, by different separation methods. Heterogeneous mixtures can be separated into their respective constituents by simple methods like hand picking, sieving, filtration, etc. Today we are going to discuss some special techniques for the separation. The first one, evaporation. Evaporation is useful for the separation of non-volatile component from volatile component. Actually, ink is a mixture of dye and water. So, when we are heating, water has evaporated and leave behind dye in the watch glass. Water is volatile component and dye is non-volatile component. So it is easy to separate dye from water. There is an experiment in your textbook, page number 19, activity 2.4. For this, we have to put few drops of ink on the watch glass, and this watch glass we have to place on the mouth of the beaker containing water. Okay, and we have to heat it. Then if you are heating it continuously, what will happen? Yes, water has evaporated from the watch glass because here water is a volatile component. So water will evaporate and leave behind dye on the watch glass. So this method is useful to separate volatile component from its non-volatile solute. Next is centrifugation. It is very easy to separate solid from a liquid by filtration. But sometimes the solid particles in a liquid are very small and pass through a filter paper. Such situation, we can use the new separation technique, that is centrifugation. We have to pour the solid liquid mixture in the centrifuging machine and spin it rapidly. Here, force acts in inverse direction. So what will happen? The denser particles are forced to the bottom and the lighter particles stay at the top when spun rapidly. Then applications used in diagnostic laboratories for blood and urine test, used in dairies and home to separate butter from cream, and used in washing machines to squeeze out water from wet clothes. Now we can discuss activity 2.5, page number 19. For this, we have to take full cream milk in a test tube and centrifuge it using centrifugation machine. We have to do this 2 or 3 minutes, and after we can see cream will be at the top because cream is lighter than milk, so it will remains at the top. So what we have to conclude? Yes, due to centrifugation, denser particles are forced towards the bottom while lighter particles remains at top. So cream being lighter than milk remains at the top, hence cream can be easily separated with this centrifugation. Okay, if you have know this centrifuging machine, we can do this activity by using a milk churner. Next is separation using separating funnel. This method is using to separate two immiscible liquids. That immiscible liquids we have to pour to separating funnel and let it stand undisturbed for some time, so that separate layers of oil and water are formed. And using this top cork, we can collect water in the beaker. Applications used to separate mixture of oil and water and used to separate iron from its ore. Now let us discuss activity 2.6. We have to take a mixture of kerosene oil and water. Pour this mixture in a separating funnel. Let it stand undisturbed for some time so that separate layers of oil and water are formed. Open the top cork of the separating funnel and pour out the lower layer of water carefully. Actually here this oil and water are immiscible liquids. So it is easy to separate by using separating funnel, because two layers will form, that is one layer is water and another one is oil. Here the principle is that immiscible liquids separate out in layers depending on their densities.